I'm delighted to welcome you to the pinning ceremony for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing class of 2017. I believe it's an understatement to say that this is a very big day for the group of people sitting here looking at me right now. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of our distinguished guests, Dr. Bullock, President of the University. Can you stand up and say that? And Dr. Mark Ward, Vice President for Academic Affairs, and Dr. Gail Hayes, Senior Associate Dean of Academic Affairs. Thank you so much for being with us today. It really, your support of our program means so much. Thank you. And now Dr. Bullock will say a few words.
I'd like to welcome Dr. Peg Kerr. I'll be really brief, and you can applaud to that if you want. First, I just want to welcome all of you who are family members and who've been so supportive of students over these last years. This is not an easy program, and I suspect you've heard that more than once or twice over the years in phone calls and letters. And does anybody write letters anymore, or is that okay? No, all right. Facebook, but it's not an easy program, and I'm grateful to our faculty members and our staff members who've made sure that it's not an easy program. They expect a lot and they demand a lot, and I wish I could share with you the number of responses I get out into the community or from people who have been recipients of the service and the care provided by graduates of our program. I regularly get letters, I get calls, I get people who stop me who are very complimentary, who know who you are as nurses, but also who know who you are as you've been training as well. So congratulations, keep up that very good work. We believe that this is a vocation, and of course a vocation in Latin means to call, to serve, and we believe that you have been called to serve in this capacity. It's a high calling, and you've been created to do this and to do it well. We're proud of you. We want to thank you for sticking with it. We'll thank you ahead of time for taking care of us someday. And we want to ask God's blessing upon all of you. So congratulations. Thank you, parents and family members who've been so supportive over the years. And thank you, members of our faculty and of our staff who've provided enormous support and encouragement to you as well. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bullock. The pinning ceremony is a very important event because it represents the conclusion of for some of you maybe 5 years of very intense study. We have big expectations in the nursing department, you all know that, and the stakes are high. But I can assure you that you all sitting here that it will be so worth it. All of the sacrifices that have been made by you and on your behalf will be worth it. In 2005, Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, gave the commencement address at Stanford. One of the things he said that day was, your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And here's the thing about nursing that those of us on the inside know. We never have to question whether our work is great work. None of us, as we drive to work, whether that's in the hospital or long-term care facility, us when we come to campus, to the hospice, the patient's home, wherever you're doing your work, none of us have ever thought, gee, I wonder if what I do is meaningful. Or, man, I wish I did something worthwhile. It just does not enter our heads. And as Dr. Bullock referenced, here at the University of Dubuque, one of the important parts of the school's mission has to do with the Presbyterian tradition and a belief that God calls us to our life work and to live a life of service in everything that we do. For us, all the nurses in this room, the graduates, the preceptors who are here today, if there might be one or two, us faculty, this is something we take for granted. When discussions start up on campus among the faculty about how best to guide our students in finding their vocation, we all kind of look at each other in confusion because it's like, what's there to find? We don't experience this sort of questioning in our lives. Our certainty in the meaning and value of our contribution is like the North Star of our lives. So no matter what else might be going on in our life, good or bad, our work gives us direction and a profound purpose. It's truly a profession like no other, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you, the UD BSN class of 2017, to it. It really is the best day ever. The tradition of the pinning ceremony has been around for many, many years, and it signifies your official initiation into the brotherhood and sisterhood of nursing. I retell the story of the history of pinning every year because I think it's important to understand it and know what's happening in context. The nursing pin is a 1,000-year-old symbol of service to others. I'm wearing mine today. Several of the faculty are wearing theirs as well. The earliest ancestor of the pin dates back to the Maltese cross, adopted by crusaders and worn on their religious habits as a symbol of their service to Christianity. Today, modern programs of nursing still give their graduates a pin, and it represents their school and identifies them as a graduate of that school. Every school's pin is distinctive and worn only by graduates of that program. When you receive your pins today, you will notice that yours also has a Maltese cross right in the center, just like the Crusaders wore centuries ago. Also, the center of the pin is a replica of the University of Dubuque official seal. It has the light of knowledge in the center, and the same seal is printed on the top of your programs. So we continue to carry on this old and much loved tradition here at the university, and while nurses no longer wear caps, and very few of them wear white uniforms anymore, most nurses still proudly wear their pin. It will be a treasured symbol of your association and everlasting bond with your nursing school, evidence of completing UD's rigorous and demanding nursing program, and remind you always of the rich history and tradition of nursing. So, being pinned is a ritual that's going to bind you to generation upon generation of nurses who came before you. Pinning is a bridge from our past to our future. And I hope that you will always remember with pride and happiness every time you pin this symbol on what this day meant to you and how you felt today. I know that we all do. I posted something on Facebook last night and on the nursing Facebook page about pinning today, and one of our graduates from 2-3 years ago, she wrote, "Oh, the nostalgia, heart, heart, heart." So the faculty and I would like to be the very first to congratulate you, the class of 2017. To the friends, family, and loved ones in the audience, we want to acknowledge you for the sacrifices you have made and the considerable support we know that you have provided over the past 4 years to help make this day a reality for your loved one. So, now it is with great pleasure that I introduce the speaker for this year's pinning address for the class of 2017. Pam Demas. Pam is currently an assistant professor at UD Nursing. She's been a nurse for 34 years, which is a long time. And she likes to say that she took the long route to where she is today. Her education as a nurse began in 1983 when she obtained her practical nurse diploma from Clinton Community College. In 1984, she went on to complete her associate degree at Northeast Iowa Technical Institute, which is now known as Northeast Iowa Community College. After working as a staff nurse at Findlay Hospital, she returned to Clark College, obtained her Bachelor of Science degree. In 2007, she began working at UD in the nursing department, first as a program associate and then as a faculty member. She returned to Walden University and obtained her Master's of Nursing, specializing in nursing education in 2008. Throughout her career, she's held various positions as a staff nurse, home care nurse, hospice nurse, insurance nurse, care coordinator nurse, nursing faculty member. She's had a long career, in other words. During her time at UD, she's held the position of assistant professor as well as lab and simulation coordinator. She has also been a reviewer for several textbook companies. Pam and her husband Doug have 4 sons and 10 grandchildren and currently reside in the community of Monmouth. So that was Pam's bio. She wrote that part. So here's our part. Pam's been a member of the UD Nursing Department longer than any of the rest of us. And those of us who've had the opportunity to work with her are so grateful for that. She's not been just a valued part of our team, she really has been the bedrock of our department. Pam's passion for teaching is demonstrated by her creation of classroom environments that promote integrity and respect, and by providing students with opportunities to take ownership of their own learning. She sets high standards both for herself and for her students, and she holds them to it based on her commitment to what ultimately guides her, which is her commitment to the profession of nursing, the patients, and the quality of care that she expects you to provide in your careers. Pam's moral compass and decision-making is always based on these standards. She never wavers, and her students understand and respect her for this. Pam is known by her students as a dependable and steady faculty member who's always available and approachable for questions, directions, support, and additional assistance for anything. Her office door is always open. Pam has been an especially effective advisor and mentor for nursing students who have faced special challenges in the program. One of our BSN graduates entered our program several years ago. She came not only with a drug record, but with 5 small children and a disabled spouse. We weren't optimistic about her chance of success, to say the least. When she completed the program, though, she didn't choose her significant other or a parent or a friend to pin her, as most students do. She chose Pam. After that student graduated and moved on, she wrote the following in her open Facebook page. Just feeling so appreciative today for the mentors God blessed me with. I will do anything for this lady. I love you, Pam. Thank you for getting me to where I am today. You kept me grounded and focused on the bigger picture during nursing school. You were there from the beginning until the very end. So, that new nurse's experience with Pam as a teacher and advisor is a striking example of how Pam has influenced the lives of our students. And last but not least, it's her birthday today. Please join me in welcoming Pam to the podium.
Oh, I don't know how I can top all that, but anyway, thank you, Dr. Kerr. Well, good morning, everyone. It's good to see everybody here today. I want to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day. And it's a special day for all you guys, so thank you. You're all at a big transition in your lives, and as you all know, so am I. So at this time, before I go much further, I would like to take a minute to say thank you to the nursing faculty, the UD community, and all the students who have made an impact on my life while here at UD. I would also like to say a big thank you to my husband, Doug, who did not know that when I took on the role of lab and simulation coordinator, that he was also going to become the mannequin repairman and creator of props you needed for the lab. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Thank you. Well, here you guys are. You made it, right? Good, okay. You're all in this place and time that you sometimes wondered if you would ever be, okay? But I'm going to make this short and sweet because today is about all of you. It's your time to celebrate what you have accomplished. In thinking about what I wanted to talk about today, I thought about the first day that I met all of you in NRS 311, or the Nursing Interventions course. Do you remember that day? I think you do. You all had that deer in the headlight look. You know the one, right? Okay. You all had that look that first day of class because I had just gotten done going over all of the class expectations and assignments, and you were all wondering how in the world were you going to get all of that done and make it to the end of the nursing program. But look where you are today. And let's take a minute to think about where you all are going to be in 5 years and beyond, okay? The look on your face today isn't so much about the deer in the headlight look as it is from the excitement of making it to this ceremony and to graduation. But maybe more importantly, it is from your realization that you are about to become a registered nurse who will no longer have a nursing professor guiding you along the way. You are it. You're on your own. We're shooing you from the nest, okay? Believe me, anyone who is a nurse had that same feeling when they were ready to graduate. This is a big deal when you think of the responsibilities you will all be undertaking. You ask yourself, can I do this? Absolutely. You all have been given the tools to do this, and all the faculty in the nursing department have confidence in your abilities to be successful. As an educator, it is important to encourage students in their abilities and to set the bar high so that they can reach and even exceed that bar. One way that I have done this is to give a pep talk of sorts to the students, especially before every test. I never realized how important this pep talk was to the students until one day before a test. I got busy, caught up in the moment, and the students reminded me that I had forgotten something. I had forgotten their pep talk. So here I am today to give you all one last pep talk. As a nurse in today's health care environment, you are going to be faced with many choices, changes, and challenges to your nursing practice. You are going to have opportunities, committees, for example, to affect change in the healthcare environment. I don't want any of you to think that you cannot be a part of those processes and changes. You have the knowledge to do this as much as the next person does. And sometimes a new, fresh perspective is what is needed. So step out of your comfort zone and have the courage to seek out those opportunities and get involved when possible. Also, as a nurse, you're going to have patients that challenge you. You will have tough shifts and days where you are so busy that you wonder, what did I get myself into? I think you all know the answer to that question, though. Let's see. But I am here to tell you that all nurses have been there, and we do get through those tough shifts and days. I can remember many times as a new graduate driving home after a tough shift, crying my eyes out and wondering if nursing was really for me. Well, here I am today, 30 plus years later, and I wouldn't want to do anything any different than be a nurse. Yes, nursing is challenging work, but oh, so worth it. There is a promise of a new day, and you have to have confidence in your abilities and knowledge. As you all leave here after graduation and start on your nursing careers, it is important to remember that you will be building your nursing practice. It is yours and yours alone. It will not be the same as a person sitting next to you or working alongside of you. You all have core values and principles that you were raised with and that are important to you as an individual. As a nursing student and future nurse, you have been observing and developing those core values and principles even further. As a nurse, you will see and be involved in situations and experiences that will shake up the values that you hold dear. And you may find yourself looking at your values in a different light. But remember, that's okay. That's what life is all about. From these experiences, you will find that your nursing practice will evolve and change. One more thought. It's not always about you. It's about the patient. If you're having a bad day, the patient does not need to know that. If you're upset that you have to work the holiday or weekend, you need to remember that the patient doesn't want to be there either, okay? You at least will finish your shift and go home to your family. Remember, always show kindness, treat others as you want to be treated, and it's the little things, like holding a hand, listening, or a simple smile, that the patient is going to remember. You have all been well prepared to go out and be awesome nurses. The road may be rough at times, but take a deep breath, pull yourself together, and move forward, because you can do this for yourself and the patients that will be depending on you. Most of all, be proud of this accomplishment. Lastly, I will close with a quote from Maya Angelou that I think applies to all areas of life. She simply states, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Thank you.
Good morning. The nursing faculty acknowledges that we do not prepare nursing students to become nurses of excellence without help. The preparation involves a team effort. This team includes university faculty who teach their pre-nursing courses, their general education courses, and the science courses, along with, of course, the nursing faculty. This team includes our clinical partners, the healthcare organizations which allow our students to practice their knowledge and skills with the guidance of faculty, along with professional nurses who are committed to mentoring, nurturing students and new nurses. Today we'd like to take and particularly acknowledge those nurses who serve as preceptors for our students in their final semester. Preceptors are experienced staff nurses. They patiently take their time to share their knowledge, wisdom, and expertise with our student nurses, despite the fact that it would be easier and faster to do the work themselves. Preceptors take nursing students under their wing to provide opportunities and sometimes push them to move them from the student role to embracing that of the beginning professional nurse. It involves significant time and energy. This preceptorship involves 144 hours of student preceptor time, where the student works the preceptor's hours while learning to provide care for multiple patients. The rural preceptorship that we also do involves 36 hours of student preceptor time in a small rural hospital, either Guttenberg or Dyersville, Iowa. There, they experience the importance of being a generalist, providing care for medical surgical patients while working and coordinating care in the operating room, the emergency room, and the delivery room. The preceptorship is an important, vital transition for our nursing students. It is the beginning of the movement from the student position to that of their professional practice. Here, they gain independence. They increase their critical thinking, along with progressively increasing their responsibility. Today, preceptors will receive a Preceptor Appreciation Certificate and tickets to an upcoming event at the Heritage Center as a token of our appreciation. Their certificate reads, "This certificate of appreciation is awarded for serving as a preceptor to a senior nursing student. Service as preceptor is essential to the development of critical thinking nursing skills in the final semester of the University of Dubuque BSN program. The University of Dubuque nursing program faculty recognize the time and energy that service as a preceptor entails, and are thankful to our preceptors for their service to their patients, nursing education, and to the nursing profession. We would like to thank any preceptors who are here today. Are there any here? Sometimes we have them show up, sometimes we don't. They all have very, very busy schedules. If they are not here, that is fine. What we do is we send them their certificates in the mail, and we send them their tickets to the to the Heritage Center for their use, and they do love those. So I want to say thank you to all those who have served as preceptors and who are unable to join us for their great work with our graduating seniors. I would like now to introduce the students doing the Looking Back presentation: Josh Bales, Brant Kuntz, and Jordan Schnell. Come on forward.
You guys ready? Hello, thank you all for being here and welcome. Looking back, about 9 months ago, we were sitting in our Med Surg 2 class, and we were told, just think, in 9 short months this will all be over with. That was met with the response, that sounds like a bad pregnancy. I don't know what that would be like, but what I do know is that nursing school was no easy task. From the long hours of clinical lecture, exhausted from studying and sitting in the uncomfortable library chairs for hours on end, I would think to myself, if this was easy, everyone would be doing it. We all come from different backgrounds and different paths got us here today, but it is our motivation and dedication to be nurses that got us here. I also always heard the saying, it takes a special person to be a nurse. That saying became more and more relevant to me each day as I went through nursing school and saw other nurses in the profession. For some of us, our passion for nursing came at a young age, but for others, that passion was developed later on in life. Either way, we are all filled here with pride and proud that we are graduating from the University of Dubuque with a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing.
Starting with 31 pre-nursing students down to 17, what a journey it's been. The tears flowed, whether it was from us begging our professors for guidance and higher grades, or us bawling during the end-of-life videos. The laughs were belted out from someone tripping over a laptop cord in the middle of a mental health lecture, to us brushing off our horrendous scores on our exams and trying to act like everything was okay, even though we were lying to ourselves. And we can't forget the awesome dance moves we shared with each other, some of us more than others. It's safe to say that we've made quite a few memories in our time together. We've all wanted to quit at some point. We've all gone home in tears. We've all questioned why we do what we do, and we've all felt like failures at times. But just remember, we save lives. We comfort the sick. We can't expect that to be easy. Some of us have lost loved ones along the way, and some of us have gained some. Those hardships have helped us become the individuals we are today and the nurses we are soon to become. Whether it's 10 miles down the road or 1,200 miles away, we will always remember the times we spent with each other and those who have helped shape our nursing career. Walking into our first aging class 2 years ago, we were all acquaintances. However, I think we can all agree that we are walking out a family.
Looking back, it's easy for us to forget the day-to-day activities of nursing school, all the long ATI assignments, countless test questions, and lectures that we have to endure. Although, no matter how unfortunate these things may have seemed, they all do have a purpose. They establish the foundation of our nursing knowledge. It is this knowledge that allows us to provide care in the clinical setting. Clinical has allowed us to experience some of the most joyful, such as watching a child be born, and also disheartening experiences of our lives. Always remember the patients that you cared for. Always remember the people that taught you along the way. And be grateful to those people. Be grateful for the fact that you get to join this profession. Clinical experience is one of the closest transitions from being a student nurse to being a nurse. And it is directly influenced by the seemingly idle tasks of nursing school. So be appreciative of those things that you endure. Looking back, remember those that sacrificed for you. including family and your friends and your teachers. And to those of you in this room today that sacrificed for us, thank you. Thanks for listening to us when we complain about the things that we have to go through. Thank you for helping us keep up with our basic needs. Thanks, Maslow. Thank you for providing for us, and just know that with every newborn child we bring into this world, with every soul that we embrace, whether that's through healing, saving, or even gifting at the end of life, those things and those relationships and the impact that we have on those people are a direct result of the sacrifice that the people in this room have made for us. And we're appreciative of that. To the graduating class of 2017, I just have one quote for you. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, he said that what lies behind us and what lies before us pale in comparison to what lies within us. Thank you.
Well done. Very nice. Thank you. Robin Whitkoff is the president of the University of Dubuque Student Nurse Association. Come forward. Devin Galensky is the vice president of the Student Nurse Association. They will be speaking today on the class of 2017's Vision for the Future.
Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, Iowa, Louisiana, Texas. These are all of the states where the 17 of us will be practicing in just a few short months.
After countless hours of studying, an abundance of test questions, and our own blood, sweat, and tears, all of our hard work has finally paid off.
We are all ready to start the next chapter in our lives. Whether we're working in cardiac, med-surg, pediatrics, labor and delivery, ER, neuroscience, or intensive care units, we're all just a little nervous, but more than excited about the opportunities that lie ahead of us.
As we stand up here today, we could not be more proud of this nursing class. Together, we have been through it all. We've seen each other cry, we've seen each other laugh, but most of all, we've seen each other grow and succeed.
There's a quote I like that says, "The best way to predict your future is to create it." And in these past 4 years, we've done just that. None of us could have predicted where we'd be going or how we would get there, or even if we would get there. But in these last 4 years, we've managed to create something that we truly can be proud of.
We would now like to take you all on a little trip to the future. Nicole will pursue her dream of working on the labor and delivery unit, but eventually she will realize she wants some babies of her own, and she will in turn adopt 10 baby sloths.
For those of you who don't know Nicole, she has a bit of an obsession with sloths. Josh will go off to his new job at Freighter, excited to begin his new career as a registered nurse. But a few short years later, he'll realize his life calling and become a hip-hop dance instructor for the young dope men of America.
Becky Kleesner will chase her job, her dream job of becoming a nurse manager at the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, but will eventually end up fulfilling Dr. McNaughton's prophecy of receiving her PhD in nursing research, and will come back to UD to teach alongside of him.
We will all walk across that stage tomorrow with a smile on our face, a sparkle in our eye, and an overwhelming amount of hope in our hearts of passing that NCLEX and not ruining the perfect 100% pass rate that last year's senior class so generously set before us. However, we know that none of this would be possible if it weren't for the incredible nursing faculty that we've been blessed with here at UD. Although we are looking forward to the future, we are so grateful for the past.
Wisconsin,
Minnesota,
Illinois,
Iowa,
Louisiana,
Texas.
Although we will all be going our separate ways upon graduation, may we never forget where we came from, and that all 17 of us make up the University of Dubuque BSN class of 2017.
We would like to present the class gift. It's a Keurig for the nursing lab so that future nursing students can make some coffee to keep themselves going.
Thank you very much, class. Well done, girls. Pam's going to come back to the podium and we'll get this on the road.
You guys ready? Yeah? All right. What's that? Is it really? Happy birthday! Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started with the pinning ceremony, and I will name the student and the people that will be pinning them. So if you want to start making your way, when your student's name gets closer, you can come up to the front and help pin them, okay? So we'll start off with Abby Ames. Abby's mom, Tammy Ames, and sister Mallory Udelhoven will be pinning her. Abby's areas of interest are to gain experience at Southwest Health Center in Platteville, Wisconsin, which will allow her to explore all the various units that a rural hospital has to offer and constantly learning each day. Abby's future plans are to gain experience after several years. Then she would like to be a nurse for one of the local schools or seek a job as a public health nurse. Abby would like to thank her parents for their endless love and support, her sister for answering hundreds of questions, and Mitchell for being her biggest fan. None of this would be possible without all of you. Congratulations, Abby, and happy birthday. Joshua Michael Wallace. Josh's parents, Michael and Pamela Wallace, will be pinning him. Josh's areas of interest are to begin working at Frederick Hospital in Milwaukee on the Neurosciences Intensive Care Unit. His future plans are to gain experience in critical care and to work towards obtaining his DNP. Josh would like to thank his parents, brothers Nick and Jack, girlfriend Devin, and the nursing faculty and other family and friends for their support. Congratulations, Josh. Alyssa Deanna Davison. Alyssa's mom, Michelle Buddy, will be pinning her. Alyssa's areas of interest are to begin working in the OB department at Genesis in Davenport, Iowa. Alyssa's future plans are to gain experience as a nursery nurse, then go to a neonatal ICU, and then go back to school for a neonatal nurse practitioner. Alyssa would like to thank her family and friends for the motivation and support given through mental breakdowns and for coffee helping her through those long nights. Congratulations, Alyssa. Brooke Franklin. Brooke's mom, Laura Franklin, and her sister Heather will be pinning her. Brooke's area of interest are critical care. She will be working at OSF St. Francis in Peoria, Illinois on the Neuro ICU unit. Brooke's future plans are to get experience and then begin travel nursing. She also plans to work towards working on Life Flight and eventually go on to grad school specializing in family practice. Brooke would like to thank her family, friends, nursing family, and professors for the consistent love, support, and encouragement the last few years. Congratulations, Brooke. Brittany Fryer. Brittany's parents, Mike and Lisa Fryer, will be pinning her. Brittany's areas of interest will be working at the University of Wisconsin-Madison Hospital on the Family Medicine and Forensics Unit. Brittany's future plans are to gain more experience and confidence in her role as a nurse before advancing to working in the emergency department and obtaining her master's degree. Brittany would like to thank her family, friends for the unconditional support, her classmates for all of over the last 2 years, and her professors for their constant encouragement. Congratulations, Brittany. Devin Glinsky. Devin's mom, Cindy Glinsky, will be pinning her. Devin's areas of interest are that she accepted a position at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester in the Medical Intensive Care Unit. Devin's future plans are to gain experience as an ICU nurse for 1 to 2 years and then possibly transfer to the ER. She also plans to get an advanced degree either as a DNP or CRNA in the future. Devin would like to thank her family and friends for all of their love, support, and financial stability, all of her professors for generally caring and investing their time in her future, her nursing family for helping her study and stay sane as one can be during nursing school. Congratulations, Devin. Mona Gray. Mona's husband, Noel, and daughter, Coraline Gray, will be pinning her. Mona's areas of interest are pediatrics and emergency medicine. Her future plans are to begin working at the Children's Hospital of New Orleans in the pediatric emergency room. Eventually, she will continue her nursing education to earn a DNP in pediatric medicine. Mona would like to thank her professors for always having chocolate, her supportive husband, beautiful daughter, and her dad, family, friends, and of course, pizza. Congratulations, Mona. Allie Harner. Allie's parents, Donna and Robert Harner, will be pinning her. Allie's area's interests are to return to the Chicagoland area to pursue medical surgical nursing. Allie's future plans are to gain experience on a medical surgical unit before working on an intensive care unit. She is considering going back to school for a nurse educator. Allie would like to thank her family and friends for their love and support, as well as her classmates and professors for the laughs, inspiration, and encouragement. Congratulations, Allie.
We're going to miss you.
Nicole Ashley Hulk. Nicole's parents, Philip and Julie Hulk, will be pinning her. Nicole would like to pursue a career in labor and delivery after gaining experience in that area. She's going to work for a while, and then her future plans are to attend graduate school to become either a nurse midwife or a women's health nurse practitioner. Nicole would like to thank her parents for their continual support in everything she does, Rachel, her sister, for FaceTime chats and laughs, and Dakota, her fiancé, for a shoulder to cry on, hugs, and endless coffee. Congratulations, Nicole. Rebecca Lynn Kleesner. Rebecca's mom, Marshall Kleesner, will be pinning her. Becky is excited to begin her career at the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics in the Medical Intensive Care Unit. Becky plans to work for a few years while gaining experience in critical care and eventually attending graduate school to become a nurse practitioner. Becky would like to thank her family and friends for the support both mentally and financially, along with her nursing family, for going from strangers to best friends in 2 short years. Congratulations, Becky. Derica Lynn Cook. Derica's aunt, Mary Timmerman, will be pinning her. Derica's areas of interest are she has plans to relocate to Plano, Texas, and begin work as a medical surgical orthopedics nurse. Within the next 5 to 10 years, Derica hopes to participate in an overseas trip mission to help impoverished villages. Derica would like to thank her instructors for all their time, dedication, and candy, her parents for listening to her complain, and family and friends for their support. Congratulations, Derica. Brant Kunze. Did I say that right, Brant? Close enough? Okay. Brant's mom, Dawn Kunze, will be penning him. Brant's areas of interest are spinal cord injury and traumatic brain injury. His future plans are he has a desire to attend UW of Milwaukee for his family nurse practitioner. Brant would like to thank his parents and friends and his fraternity. Congratulations, Brant.
Good luck.
Thanks. Katie Mintz. Katie's mom, Jerry Morgan, will be pinning her. Katie's areas of interest are geriatrics and the skilled rehab. Her future plans are to continue to work at Stonehill Care Center as an RN charge nurse in the skilled rehab unit. Katie would like to thank her parents, family, friends, classmates, and nursing instructors for the endless amount of support. Congratulations, Katie. Ashlyn Patinsky. Ashley's parents, Mark and Ann Patinsky, will be pinning her. Ashlyn's areas of interest are to pursue her nursing career in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, on an intensive care unit. Ashley's future plans are to gain experience in an adult intensive care unit before she pursues a career in the neonatal intensive care unit. Eventually, she would like to train to be a flight nurse and considering continuing her education to become a nurse practitioner. Ashlyn would like to thank her parents, family, and friends for the overwhelming amount of support and love over the last 4 years and throughout her life, her professors for the constant encouragement and the passing grades, most days. Finally, her nursing family for putting up with her for the last 2 years, for saying, "I failed the test too," and for all of the laughs, love, and support. She wouldn't be here without you. Congratulations, Ashlyn. Lauren Rush. Lauren's parents, Jeff and Michelle Rush, will be pinning her. Lauren's areas of interest are to begin a position on the medical surgical transplant ICU at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. Lauren's future plans are to grow in her skills and confidence as a critical care nurse and pursue a higher degree after a couple of years. Lauren would like to thank her family and friends for always believing in her, and her classmates and inspiring professors for supporting her through the highs and lows the past 2 years. Congratulations, Lauren. Thanks. Jordan Taylor Schnell. Jordan's mom, Heidi, and nephew, Liam Schnell, will be pinning her. Jordan's area of nursing interests are critical care, and she will begin a position at Frederick Hospital in Milwaukee in the neurosciences ICU. Her future plans are within the next 5 years to attend grad school at UW-Oshkosh to receive her doctorate in nursing with an emphasis on CRNA. Jordan would like to thank her family for the emotional and occasional financial support, the relentless motivation, Devin for listening to her vent and telling her that she's not an ugly crier, and Dunkin' Donuts for the early morning pick-me-ups. Congratulations, Jordan. Robin Whitkoff. Robin's parents, John and Wynn Whitkoff, will be pinning her. Robin will be working on the cardiac medical surgical unit at Aurora St. Luke's Medical Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, starting in June. Robin eventually wants to pursue a nursing career in either critical care or in oncology. She is also considering continuing her education and going on to be a nurse practitioner. Robin would like to thank her parents and family for their constant love, support, and encouragement, her professors for always believing in her, and for always having an open door whenever she needed a pep talk. And last but not least, thank you to her nursing family for all the laughs over the last 2 years. No one knows the struggle more than us. She couldn't have done it without you guys. Congratulations, Robin.
Thank you.
We're so proud of you guys. All right. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the nursing faculty. Would you please come forward and just kind of gather up here by me? Pam. Please join me in thanking these people who are responsible for the nursing education of this outstanding group of graduates. And also a special thank you to Professor Demas for doing us the honor of speaking to the class. Thank you so much, Pam. We're going to miss you. Also, we want to thank the UD staff who help us put this ceremony together, the University Relations Department, the AmeriServe staff who put together the beautiful reception tables and the food, the maintenance and housekeeping staff who are responsible for the setup and the teardown, and also to Mike and Nathan and Nikki and Justin for their AV work. This will be available as a link on the UD website if you want to go back and look at it again and again. Or if you have family members who didn't get to see it. The ceremony is being recorded. Following the ceremony today, everybody is invited to stay for refreshments and to offer congratulations, meet classmates, greet the graduates and families. Make sure that you take a look at the beautiful display of the mortar boards that the students have put together for tomorrow, commencement. And now, Nicole Hoke has been selected by her classmates to write and offer a prayer for the class. Nicole?
Let us pray. Dear Lord, I want to thank you for bringing everyone here safely today to celebrate one of the biggest accomplishments of our lives so far. Through the highs and the lows, we have conquered and prevailed through the dreaded nursing school. Thank you for all the support my classmates and I have gotten through family, friends, significant others, children, professors, and most of all, each other. I've grown so close to each and every one of these wonderful people, and I don't know how I would have made it through without them. Though this is only the first step in our journey of becoming nurses, I ask that you guide us to make intelligent decisions in our futures and help us to take one day at a time. Enable us to use our knowledge so we may use our gifts and talents to the best of our abilities in the different directions we all may go. In your name, amen.
So would all the graduates please stand? And then turn around so your families and friends can see you. On behalf of the University of Dubuque and the nursing faculty, it is with great pleasure and pride that we present to you the University of Dubuque Bachelor of Science in Nursing class of 2017. Congratulations. And now, Finally, I'd like to invite Dr. Bullock to come back up for the blessing, which will conclude our ceremony today.
You need to all stand again, sorry. Now go out and continue to serve, and may the Lord be with you and with me while we are all absent one from another. And all God's people said, Amen. Thank you.